Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E375, a 1963p original wrapped roll. I started the wrong stream, so I'll have to reschedule that after I'm done with this. We'll wait for a couple of people to get in. Let me get a chip out here for the giveaway. It's coin 34. All right. Pad and my pen. All right, got people strolling in here. JM, good morning. Hopefully I'll have time to bust into a couple of those rolls here that you sent pretty soon. Richard Sappington, welcome from work. Hopefully you're not working too hard. I'm going to go ahead and open this. Oops. All righty. Trip Wit, welcome. How are you? I think this is your first roll that you're involved in. First coin of the roll for Taco John. Gotta turn the auto light off. Back this up just a little bit. Carl, welcome. We did. Got a lot of good stuff. Let me get my cheat sheet so I know what I'm kind of looking for here. Do a quick run through. All right, now we will get rolling. Yep, the fun show. That is a minor double die. So let's see what we got here. Oh, got something right there too, it looks like. On the bottom of the L. Let's see if we can't find that one. Robert Bruce, good morning. Doug Rezak, welcome. All right, let's see what this one says. See if there's any markers on the reverse. All right, we got some markers on the reverse, so let's go back and look here. Little die crack right there. It looks similar. To that, but I don't believe I can verify that. Definitely not that. Those are all proof coins. All right, I am going to have to hold this out, but it is a double die. You can see it right here on the base of the T. You can see it coming from the bottom of the L right here. And you can also see it a tad on the 6. And it almost looks like you can see it a little bit on the 9. So we'll hold that out. Hopefully it's one of many, being that it's coin number 1. Fourth news interview. Oh, nice. Nice, Kevin. I'll have to see if I can get that. I think I'm too far south. We do get some Tampa stations, but the only stations I seem to get is the Fox station and there's an NBC station. There are lots of double die obverses and reverses. So we will look at most of them unless I know for sure that I have seen the die pair. Possible under the 1 also. Let me look. I didn't look real close to the 1. It's possible. There is like a little dimple popping out there. Coin number 3, DC. There's a doubled eyelid there. Minor. Let's see if we can find it. That was all full of varieties. I have, Richard, I had a roll of 60D that had 48 out of 50 coins that were RPMs. And they were only 2 different RPMs. So let's see what kind of doubled eyelids we got here. That. Don't see that there. Is that the first T? It's not that. This is not one that I see listed, so I will have to put this one aside. Looks like I'm going to have my work cut out for me. All right, that one's there. Let me put the eyelids over here. Coin number 4 for Paul. See you later, Richard. Don't work too hard. The cheek looks a little different. Well, let me go back and take a peek. See what? It's got a rub on it, bag mark, little, yeah, bag hit right here. And that's when coins, they drop into a big bin and then they were sewn into a bag. And so they hit and dent and scratch, do all sorts of things to each other. Later die state coin here. Coin number 6, Mark Thomas. Anybody have any big plans for today? Ooh, struck through right there at the T of states. I am going to make pizza for lunch and then start sorting coins. Hopefully have a couple packages to go out tomorrow to you guys. Got to sort yesterday's reveal out still. There is the same doubled eyelid that we saw before. So we will put that in the pile with DC's coins. So 2 of these so far. Coin number 8, Dirty Water. And another one of them. Our third example. Is that a ding? It is. So it looks like we're going to get a few of these doubled eyelids. Die chip on the top of the eye. Let's see. When I get another one that I don't have flipped up, because I'm assuming I will, we'll look a little closer, but I didn't see one. Die gouge from bag that coins got gouges in it from the bags there. Yeah, I'm going to look at the next one. I think I know what you're talking about. There should not be a mint mark on a Philadelphia Roosevelt dime. Coin number 11, Sloppy stacks. A little die clash. All right, if we don't find another one of those, Carl, I'll get one back out. And we can take a peek. Got a little struck through gunk or grease on this one in the reverse. Coin 13 for Dan. This is the same die with the die clash that we just saw, so I'm not going to look at the reverse on this. Coin 14 for Trip. Let's see what we can get Trip. I believe this is his first coin. I believe he gets one of the other bar L type. Oh, he doesn't. Wait a minute here. That does have doubling there. Let me look at Taco John's coin. Well, that's for sure there. Ah, it's not the same die pair. All right, I thought we had one there. But I do see, I'm going to hold this out because I do see a minor T, tip on the T, so I got to look at that. Not that it is going to be one to list, but it is a very minor double die. So that one, I got to start a third pile now. We'll go right there. Coin 15, Stan. Half the size of the 6. Huh. Must be struck through something, I can only assume. Coin 16, Doug Rezak. There are a lot of decent Class 2 double dies on the reverse. I think there's at least 6 or 7 decent listed ones that aren't proof. Coin 17, Carl. All of a sudden, the die varieties have slowed down. Yeah, that is nothing, nothing really worth anything, Robert. That is why they changed the design through 68. 68 is the most common that have the L's worn right off of them. But the L in the rim is nothing significant. You get into the 68, even through 64, 5, 6, 7, you will start seeing, I'll show you on the next coin, that the design up in God We Trust starts running into the rim. There's our die clash die. Coin 20, DC. Hopefully we get enough where we get to do a recap at the end. I believe, let me look, it's a little crusty up there. That is one. So let's see. I don't see anything on top of the eyelid. It looks like there could be a little mark right here. Let me look at Dirty Waters coin. So our fourth example of a class 4 double die. Why does that jump at me? Must have seen them. We have. I saw a die scratch and I didn't recognize it right off the bat, but it popped in my brain that I had seen it before. Just didn't realize that I saw it earlier in the roll. Coin 22. See, right there you can see it starting to work its way into the rim, Robert. Yeah, my advice would be to weigh it, but it's probably, if it weighs good and there's no remnants, it's probably a type of struck through. And without seeing the coin, I can't tell you, but I can tell you that people assume that the L on the rim is worth money, and it is not. See, these are all wearing into the rim right there. If you can't see the L at all, it probably has been struck through or just wore away. The W in all of these Lincoln cents, I'll show you, has the potential to be doubling all the way from like early on I think our 42 roll still had it. But a lot of time, this is not a good example. You see doubling right here on the W. And that is actually master die doubling. Copper Owl, welcome. I love the way you put that. Minted before I was. They were minted before I was. All right, do we got the die crack? Do we got the die crack? No, this is the other one that is like Trips coin. Very minor, right here on the T. Invisible River, welcome. Coin 26, Dirty Water. I searched a 63 roll at the fun show and I found a bunch of unlisted doubled eyes. I probably won't list them, but I'll put them in a tube. Maybe I'll list them someday when I catch up. Next coin, Chubby Pop Chaser. Saying that name never gets old to me. Coin 28, Sloppy Stacks. Coin 29, Frostbite. I will be doing a 50S roll on Saturday. This has got some machine doubling on it. This is the Die Clash die pair. Ooh, it's a shadow, yay. Thought I saw a doubled eyelid on it. I was like, hey, there ain't no way I missed that. But there's a little shadow in the color right here that threw me off. Isn't it? Yeah, you can find all sorts of neat stuff. There's just tons. And there's tons of stuff that hasn't even been discovered yet. I mean, I guess they make billions of coins, so it makes sense. That too. The really cool finds, for the most part, they're rare to find new ones. A lot of the stuff you find is more minor. Coin 32, Taco John. Got some machine doubling or something right there. Oh yeah. And I believe this is one of the doubled eyelids. And it is. I mean, there are a lot of die varieties that are super cool, and they're actually not that terribly rare, but they still command a big premium just because they're cool. Got a little struck through wire or something, or bristle right here. And I always use 60D RPM number 1. It's not terribly rare, but every coin collector, even if they don't collect varieties, wants one. So it kind of drives the price up. It's the cool factor. Next coin, DC. At least that's what I call it. Coin 35, Paul Hampton. Oh yeah. Let's see. I can tell you, I just submitted coins for grading. 5 coins. And I think it was about $200 after shipping. And that was with PCGS. I am not a big advocate of grading, but there is definitely a time and a place for it. There's a little struck through a hair or fiber or let's see. I think you were 34, DC. Thank you. Let's see. You were. You are a winner of the giveaway. Let me write that down. You get a discount on your next participation. Some coins definitely need the grading. You are definitely right. There are some coins that don't need to be graded and sell good, but they command more money if they are graded. Then there's some coins that I would be skeptical on buying unless they were graded. But those are usually the big heavy hitter coins, so spending $50 to get them graded wouldn't ruin the value of them. And that, I guess, is it. I tend not to grade coins if they are worth less than $200. That's just me, though. There's a different doubled eyelid. So our fourth different doubled eyelid. But yeah, I usually use that as a kind of a guide. It's around $200. It also depends on how much money I have into it. If it's a $200 coin graded, means it's probably a $100 coin raw. So you would increase your profit on it. But when you start getting under that, it totally kind of changes as far as the marketplace goes. Yeah, you do. You do. And that was the coins I have graded that I sent in. It's basically 500 in 64, and it's up to like 10,000 in 66. Well, then I would go with ANAX. It's a lot cheaper to do an ANAX. And I'll tell you what, I actually am quite fond of ANAX grading. A lot of people don't like it. And I think it's just because there's no real premium attached to it. I mean, you get the verified attribution for varieties, and I like it that they use any attribution. But as far as like straight grading a normal coin or a non-variety coin, I would probably go with NGC or PCGS or CAC. Even though I don't believe that a matter of fact, I think PCGS grades harder than those other services. CAC, out of all three of the big services, I believe CAC is the one that is grading closer to how ANAX grades. They use a little bit more of the ANA guidelines, whereas it seems like PCGS and NGC definitely lean towards eye appeal and luster. Yeah, that's the coins that you really have to send in, because there is the no D has a strong reverse, so they'll know, they can tell just by die markers whether it's correct or not. And the other ones are weak Ds, and if it's circulated at all, they might have worn what's left of the D off. So that's where definite authentication comes in, because you need to know if that's the strong or the no D strong reverse, that die's worth more money than all the other ones are. All right, Doug, I don't know how long it's going to take to get to it. I am working on a huge package right now, and I've got a package for Chris and Alan, and I think there's one more that I would do before yours. This is another one of these, I believe. That is. So that's the third one of those, and Tripp got both of them. Got two of them. Not sure that it'll be strong enough to list. It'll probably more count on to see if it's already listed. But it definitely has to be looked at. Yeah, your chance of finding a 82D small date copper, I know I read an article that said there was 2 known, and then they think there's 3, but I had heard that there was another verified example found about a year and a half ago, somewhere near the Iowa-Illinois border. I think this is another one of those, just like Tripp. It is. So I think there's actually 3 examples, maybe 4 out there now. But your chance of finding an 82D small date copper is probably less than getting struck by lightning, or more than getting struck by lightning, or eaten by a shark, or any of those. Yeah, I have not heard any. I just know that if you go to the grading services and add it up, there's three now. There's one in PCGS and two in NGC. Then there was one that was supposedly in ANAX, but they say that they have a reliable source that says one of the NGC coins was graded from the ANAX specimen. But the other coin, I have not heard about it being graded or anything. I did hear that a coin dealer authenticated it. Now that is all I had heard, and it made the rounds pretty fast that it was the real deal. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that two of the other examples were found in Illinois and Indiana type areas. So it would make sense from a location standpoint that they weren't found all around the country. See, there is possibly a third one of these, or another one. And this is a different die again. Oh, let me look at this one. That's got an L, so this could be the same as Taco John's coin. And it is. So it's our second one of these. Yay. I wanted to get a second one. This is a better example too, because there's a big hit right here on Taco John's example. Yeah, it was stressful. I hadn't graded a coin. I graded one a couple years ago with NGC and it was easy. I hadn't sent a coin to PCGS since a long time, 20 years. And it was not easy. It was kind of a pain in the butt. And I'm still skeptical that I'll get everything that I asked for. And that is the roll. We have two of the first doubled dies. Then we have the doubled eyelid, and that went to DC, Sissy, Dirty Water, DC, and Taco John, and that's 3, 7, 8, 20, and 32. And then we have this other one that might be too minor. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to search it out. That was for Trip, Stan, Trip, and Carl. Coins 14, 25, 44, and 46. In that, let's see what this was. This was a different possible doubled eyelid, and that went to Dirty Water. So that is the roll. I am going to reschedule the accidental reveal that I started earlier. That will be at Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon. I hope to see everybody there. That's the way I do it. If I buy most of my slab coins in Visible River, I bought slabbed already. Matter of fact, I bought 10 slabbed coins at the fun show, but they were slabbed with varieties in them and they didn't have the varieties on them. But I hope to see everybody Saturday, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.